Hello, everybody. My name is Clarence Rick Napier, the CEO of Strategic Consulting Experts based in Georgia. And today is January 9th, 2026. And Strategic Consulting Experts, we interview business owners who talk about their products and services. And the interviews last about maybe 5 to 8 minutes, and then we invite them to come back. Today's guest is Karla Sasser. She is a Florida CPA, and she also runs a national bookkeeping service to help business owners just make sure that their books are tight, up to date, and accurate. So without further delay, I would like to welcome Karla Sasser to the Strategic Consulting Experts podcast. Hello, Karla. How are you doing? So my first question, Karla, what is the biggest benefit that Florida residents have with hiring you as a CPA?
Well, the biggest benefit of being a CPA is I'm able to provide assurance on financial statements, whether it be through compilation or review services, on basic financial statements, or even audits on internal controls and things like that. Otherwise, I offer all of my other values to any client anywhere.
So, Karla, what is the greatest benefit or what service does a certified public accountant offers?
It's providing assurances, like for financial statements, that we're fairly confident, you're reasonably assured that the financial statements are free from material errors. You provide reasonable assurance that the company's internal controls operate as intended. It's that sort of service. That's the benefit of being a CPA.
And the final question about that is the CPA service a service that's once in a year, or is it a service where there is monthly or quarterly monitoring?
That can go either way. That's a value service that can be tailored to the needs of the client.
Yes, thank you, Karla. So let's move on to the bookkeeping service because there are so many different components to bookkeeping based on what I know, my little information that I know. What are some of the red flags that you can let our listeners know that can happen when a company is using a bookkeeping service?
Okay, the biggest red flag I see is a business owner reporting, then it's too late. The business owner needs to understand the basic financial statements. They need to know their numbers so they can monitor what a bookkeeper is recording and reporting in their books. They've got to be engaged. It is absolutely crucial that the business owner reviews what the bookkeeper's doing, questions what he sees the bookkeeper recording if he doesn't think it looks right. I mean, a business owner is going to know how much they've done in revenue, and they should pretty much know how much they've deposited in the bank account. And if they're reviewing the financial statements and those numbers don't look right to them, they need to ask questions.
Mm-hmm. I think what I have seen in my business life is that some business owners, because they are so engaged on the product or service, you have some business owners that are totally product and service. They know how to build things. They know how the product should work. They really focus on the customer service and the end product. Some may not even pay attention to these important numbers. So what do you think can be done about that? What would you recommend to small business owners looking to engage a bookkeeping service? I mean, what top questions should a small business owner expect or ask of a bookkeeping service?
Well, the big thing that they would want to know is how often would the bookkeeper be available to meet with them and go over the books. It's usually just that simple. Just going over what's been reported in the business activities and transactions. And that way, the business owner can provide insight into how transactions should be recorded. I mean, if you spend $3,000 on a piece of equipment, is it a repair or is it a new asset? These are things that make a huge difference in the financial results of a business.
Wow, this is the first episode that we will do. And based on what I'm hearing from you, there are so many topics, there are so many activities that should occur within a business regarding bookkeeping. And it's going to be very interesting as we continue these podcast episodes to really let small business owners know what they can expect from Karla Sasser, the bookkeeper that has a presence nationally. Do you want to add anything before we wrap up this first episode, Karla?
The business owner that isn't paying any attention to their financial results, it seems like everything every day is a fire drill. It's always one emergency after another because they're basically not communicating with everybody they need to communicate with to make sure that their operations are running smoothly and effectively.
Wow. Your website is floridacpabookkeeping.com, and you offer your CPA services in the state of Florida and your bookkeeping services nationwide. And we will be sure to include the direct telephone number where Florida people looking for CPA or bookkeeping services can find you, or people outside of the state of Florida can find you for bookkeeping services. Until next week, Karla, I want to thank you for being a guest on the Strategic Consulting Experts podcast that can be heard on iTunes and Spotify and Rumble. Thank you very much. Until next time, Karla, take care and make it a great day.
You too.